Do you want to be more creative, want to be successful in your life? If your answer is yes, listen to this video. Welcome to Jay's Talk. And today let's see how can one be more creative and to be successful in his or her life. At the onset, let's see what's creativity and how can one be more creative. Creativity is something that you would create from nothingness, from nullification. The simple formula is like this: nothingness, concept, and material, or the concrete. From nothingness, you create a concept. From the concept, you create something concrete or something material or a product. That is what is called creativity. A creator would start everything from nothingness. The second one, the nothingness would be converted into some concepts, from concepts to the concrete. There are different types of creativities. They are business creativity, technological creativity, scientific creativity, artistic creativity, day-to-day creativity. We all know that an artist is always so creative. When he takes a pen at his hands or he takes a brush at his hands, nothing would be there. From nothingness, he creates a picture or a figure that is called a concept. The concept in turn is turned out to be a material. So an artist is always creative. Second one is scientific creativity. A scientist always creative. For example, Isaac Newton, as you are sitting in an apple tree, an apple fell on his head, or he happened to see an apple falling down. From that nothingness, he could create a concept. From the concept, he could create a concrete idea, that is gravitational force or gravity theory. The third one is technological creativity. Now let's see what's technological creativity. The main driving force behind technological creativity is the necessity. The simplest example I would like to share with you is there had been a pilot. He used to carry his bag before he boarded in the flight, before he flew his flight. At the airport, he found it always very difficult. A Herculean task to be carrying always his bag, his luggage. He used to carry it. He was searching for a better solution as to how to reduce this hardship. Then he found a solution just to fit 2 wheels to his bag. As a result, he could drag his bag very easily at the airport. From there, a new invention was made that is called trolley bag. Then he got patents for the inventions that he made it. He became one of the richest men in the world using from this small concept. And the next one is Coca-Cola had been facing great trouble soon after World War II. People having the drunken Coca-Cola, they used to throw the bottles. People used to collect and fill it with the spurious duplicate Coca-Cola and they used to sell it. They found it too difficult, Coca-Cola company. It is then one man found it, cans which could be striped open. There would be a hook and you can stripe it open holding that hook. Once you use, you would crush the can and throw it. It cannot be reused again since it is crushed. With that small invention, with the patents of that invention, he made billions and billions of US dollars. Whenever Coca-Cola asked him to sell the patent of this small invention, but he said, that he wouldn't sell the patent of that invention. Instead, you can use this technology. You can use stripe open lids of tins or the cans. Whereas whenever you sell one bottle, that they had to give 1 pence to this man. So sitting at home, whenever Coca-Cola sold a can, they had to pay 1 pence to this man. Sitting at home, he became one of the richest men in the world. So here, in these two incidents, we could find that these two men, from nothingness, they created some sort of concepts. From that concepts, they could materialize these concepts into something concrete, and thus they became the richest man. And the next one is business creativity. Creativity plays a vital role in business. The best examples are Jack Ma, the owner, CEO of Alibaba Corporation, as well as Jeff Bezos. These two business magnates are online sellers. 2 decades before, 20 years before, everything was retail. People used to go to shop for purchase. It is then Jeff Bezos, as well as Alibaba's owner Jack Ma, thought of the alternative. Why should a customer go to the shop? Instead, why they couldn't provide the products or the materials at their home, at the customer's home. From these small concepts, they developed huge business empire, in a way we could say, Amazon and Alibaba. So creativity plays a vital role in business. And another one is day-to-day creativity. We do involve in multiple activities a day. To accomplish the task, we are supposed to be so creative. We do require creativity. Provided we are creative, the given task of a day could be finalized, could be finished, could be accomplished, could be completed so conducive manner. In creativity, idea plays a vital role. Material is secondary. Now let's see what Plato says about idea. What Plato says is that material is nothing but the copy of an idea. The simplest example is that a carpenter makes a chair. Before the carpenter makes the chair, he is having a picture in his mind as to how the chair is to be made, how the chair would be after he made it. The picture is there. That is original. That idea is original. The material, the chair that he makes is the copy of the idea that he makes. Here, Plato says idea is original. Idea is the most important. Idea is the father or mother of all creativities. So we have to pay more attention on ideas. Though it was defeated by one of his disciples, Socrates, what Socrates says is that material is the most important thing. From the material, idea is conceived. Though they diverge on their opinions, one thing we could realize and understand that a creative person must be having an excellent ideas. Now the next question is that how can one be more creative? A person can be more creative provided he is thoughtful. He has to have divergent thoughts, multifaceted thoughts. He must be imaginative. From nothingness, he has to start imagination. Second thing is original. Copy cannot be creative. You have to do something new with the new ideas and concepts, for which you have to be original. The third thing is that you must be so innovative. Innovative ideas, innovative concepts, etc. that has to be embellished in your mind. And the fourth one is a risk-taking capacity. A creative person will be breaking away the established rules that is found in our society. He is very courageous. He is very confident. He will be always thinking out of the box. He will be taking always risk. If at all you just confine yourself within the conformity, within the box, within the established system, you can never be creative at all. And lastly, you have to have an open-mindedness. It's very important to be open-minded. If at all you feel that you know everything, you cannot be creative at all. You must be always receptive. You must be intelligible. You must be receptive. You must be understandable. Even the minute things you have to understand, you have to pay attention to. These qualities would be supporting to be more creative. Now, let's see. How can a person be more creative and successful in his or her life? Now I'm going to discuss with you how to be creative. Somehow bestowed upon which the gift of creativity. By birth, they have inherited the blessing of creativity. Always creative thoughts would be cropping up in those people's minds. But don't worry, still we have options. We also can be creative. That can be nurtured. That can be created. Creativity is possible to be created in us. Creativity can be made and developed in a person's life. Now I would share with you 3 ways how you could be creative. Most of the creations in the world occurred through the necessity. There is one proverb in English that necessity is the mother of inventions. Whenever a necessity is created, a person would be more creative. Or else in a way we could say that when there is a problem in his or her life, the person would be more creative. He would be thinking of the solution of the problem. Then he will find out the solution for that problem. That is what is called nothing creativity. So whenever you have a problem and you find the solution for it, you are a creator. You are so creative. So whenever problem crops up in your life, be more creative. You will find out the solution and you can be proud of yourself that you are a creator or that you are so creative. The second way to be more creative is that simply sit idle. Let your brain work. As the brain works, you will get new concepts, new ideas. All the creations would be made in silence. For example, an egg that is kept for hatching, or else a hen stays on an egg, or it broods over the egg for around 21 days in ultimate silence. We might feel that no action would take place. A hen simply broods over the egg. Hen simply sits on the egg. No noise, no creation, nothing. But the greatest creation would be taking place in that silence. As a hen broods over or sits over the egg for around 21 days, after 21 days, a new chicken is born, a new life comes to the life. It means that silence is a place where all sorts of creations will be taking place. So in silence, think. You will get lots of new ideas, lots of new concepts. Thirdly, read books. Once you read book, A book you completed reading, you just brood over that. You just recapitulate. You just think of the book that you read. You just make comparative study. Having you done all these things, sit in silence. You will feel and you can experience the wonders being taken place in your brain. Lots of new thoughts, lots of new concepts and ideas would be cropping in your mind, could be experienced by you. Provided you read a scientific book and you brood over, having you read the book, you just brood over the book. You analyze, you make comparative study, you think of the concepts what you read in the book. You just be in silence, having you read the book. You will see the great miraculous experiences that different thoughts and the concepts being cropped up to your minds. I wish everyone to be more creative and to be successful in his or her life. Either you could be an artist or a businessman or a scientist or a technologist, or else you are just pushing through your day-to-day life. Everywhere, creativity plays a vital role. Be more creative, be more thoughtful, and be successful in your life. Thank you very much for your patient listening to me.